Welcome, welcome all of you. Say hello to all of you. Wish you all well. Welcome. Chef Anna is about to make something delicious. I know the weather's been relatively warm here in Las Vegas. That is just Las Vegas, okay? Because Las Vegas never got better. Marcel, how are you? Welcome. Today I am gonna make one of those, not complicated, okay, but it just take a long time to cook. If you like oxtail, okay, so what do you do with oxtail? Do you go out and have oxtail soup, or do you try to cook at home? Oh, we went out to eat a lot of time. Okay, oxtail soup. I'm okay. I'm not a big beef fan eater. I eat moderately, but the family member that love oxtail soup. So I no, it's not more economical way to cook oxtail, whether you eat out or you eat in. It's it's just matter of the cooking time is what make the oxtail soup so unappealing to me. It is because I think the tail part is like one of the tough area, tough fiber, tough muscle of the cow. Oops, of the beef. Okay, so yeah. Let me clean the lens. I can't even see my own face. Hold on. On my camera. Hold on. Give me 1 second, please. Oh my goodness. And I thought I did a good job cleaning it. Apparently not. Let me touch the camera a little bit. Okay, my bad. My apology. Better. Like to welcome. Okay, so oh, she did. Well, so before we go further, let me introduce you to the oxtails. Okay, I blanch this ahead because I like to get rid. I like to minimize some of the do and the don't and the game smell. So I think the best way to remove some of the residue in the meat, so we blanch it. The blanching process is not hard. Okay, just boil enough water to cover the meat, and then especially the beef, chicken, or pork, what have you. Don't try to blanch the fish because, well, there's a principle to that. Okay. So I like to do that. So yeah, um, Marcel, Marcel, right? You're right. I apologize. I'm never good with names. You can call me Vanna. People call me Vanya, Vanna, but it's Vanna in Cambodian pronunciation. If you can't do it, that's fine. So today, to help combat the time that I'm gonna cook, okay, I was gonna show you the oxtail. So this is like the largest part of the oxtail. It's surrounded by enormous fat. Okay, so that enormous fat will give us the best flavor. But to serve this, you can trim it off, or you can enjoy it. Okay, whatever you like, you do. Okay, there's no limit to it, but make sure that you hit the gym though, because that's what we do. If it is something that's so fatty or so delicious, but we cannot resist the fat, we just hit the gym because we that's part of our life. So that is the not the tip, the top part of the ox, the tail, and then come second. Okay, come third, come fourth, fifth, and sixth. So to elaborate on this tail, is that is the whole cow tail is about that long. Okay. Somebody have to unalive the cow. I'm sorry. Bless the soul. And then I have black Angus meat. This is the chuck pot roast. I can do that too. Okay, you can use any kind of meat. I cut the bigger pieces because I wanted. Yeah, it's a reason for that. So today I'm gonna do the Cambodian oxtail soup. Okay, To distinguish the Cambodian oxtail soup from any regular oxtail soup is that I use the Cambodian ingredients like lemongrass, galangal, and lime leaf, which I have with me right here. I should have gone to my other place and grabbed some fresh one from the tree, but this right here, I grabbed it from the well, a few weeks ago. There's a huge sandstorm storm. That's what we get in Las Vegas. So it blew all of my lime leaves and my kaffir leaf from the tree. I just picked this from the floor and then clean it up and hydrate it and use it for future cooking. So the Cambodian oxtail soup is gonna be delicious. The only difference between the oxtail soup in American traditions in Cambodian is all these Asian ingredients, which I have the galangal. Um, I had it in the freezer, so I tried to thaw it, and then the kaffir lime leaf right here. The oh, come back, okay? You're such a good person, attending mom. And then I can't find my garlic. I thought it was in the freezer, but I found some. But I'm gonna use some dry garlic, okay? Well, thank you for visiting my channel. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it, myself. See you another time. Have a great day. Say hello to mom. Hug mom, okay? I do too. I do attend need to my mom also. After cooking, that's what I'm gonna do. Go see mom. Bring some of this food to her, and and that way I don't have to cook at the other place. So I blend this. It's ready to go. I have today to help reduce some of the time, cooking time. Look how cute. Belonged to a friend of mine. So she said it's okay for me to use a pressure cooker. She said a long time ago, but I never got it out from the pantry. I mean, from the cupboard. So that's what I'm gonna do today to combat the toughness of the oxtails. We gonna do this pressure cook. So the pressure cook come with not commercial. Okay, I'm just telling you the equivalency of the time cooking to help cook the oxtail soup, maybe less than time that we will spend on the stove. If you have to cook on the stove, it'll take somewhere from 4 to 6 hours to get the beef fall off the bone. Okay, so the idea is to get the beef fall off the bone from the tail. So when you pick it up, the beef like drop, and then you'll be able to enjoy it. And then, of course, you discard the beautiful bones. So here it tells me that we can cook rice multi-grain, we can cook rice soup, which is a porridge, and then we can steam. Oh, and then we can do soup broth. We do beef stew. So I'm gonna do beef stew similar to beef stew, but then bean chili, poultries, and I'll do slow cook or pressure cook or keep it warm. I'm gonna do pressure cook. Okay, pressure cook will allow us to cook the tough meat in less amount of time. I don't know how long it's gonna take, okay? Because I'm not gonna keep you that long on here, but what I'll do is that I will come in with the final result with a little short, a little beautiful picture so you can see how it's done. Okay, so I assume that it might be about 2 hours, 2-3 hours even with pressure cook. Okay. Last time I used pressure cook for stew, and it didn't take a long time. I can't remember because what happened to my pressure cook was that I accidentally damaged it, so it was on the bottom. So that's what we're gonna do to combine all this. So what I'm gonna do first is to cook the oxtail first. Okay, we're gonna cook the oxtail first. Because this big piece here, it's gonna take a long time, and I kid you not, okay? Besides the tenderloins and all that, this is the toughest part of the meat, and I'm not very too fond of it, but to make family happy, sometimes we do things for family too. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the oxtails in first, okay? I'm not gonna do anything because we're gonna make Cambodian soup. We don't have to caramelize it, and it's going to be beautiful afterward. And when the oxtail soup is oxtail is about halfway done, I'm going to add this chuck roast, chuck pot roast, and add the rest of the vegetable in afterward. And that is the plan. Because if I put all the beef right here, because this chuck roast here will not take too long. If I were to cook on the stove, it would take me about 2-3 hours, you know, on the low slow cook, and it's gonna turn out really well. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this together. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me do this first. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add our ingredients. I'm gonna do the lemongrass first. Okay, like I said, this is gonna be Cambodian soup. We're gonna do lemongrass to distinguish between the difference between American soup and the Asian soup. Okay, it's simple. So I have lemongrass that I collect over time. So I'm gonna put plenty of these because I want this to smell so awesomely Oriental. Okay. So here I am. So I had about 2 stalks of lemongrass again. So I cut it into smaller pieces so I can manage it in the freezer. So here I am. I'm gonna place it on the bottom here, spread it out, and then now I'm gonna place my oxtails. Place it right on the top of the lemongrass. Yes, baby. Somebody gonna be happy today. To be honest with you, if I were to have an oxtail, I can handle this size. Okay, the big size, somebody could be happy about that. Yeah, I took him out to eat oxtail's pho today, and he was happy as pea in the pot. Okay, so now I have the lemongrass. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the pot. We're not gonna start it yet until I get all the ingredients in there. So the next thing I'll do is this kalanko here. It's tough, okay? Kalanko, you don't have to peel it or be fancy about it. Just wash it. I wash it really, clean it really well, and keep it in the freezer. It's easier to cut in a serviceable pieces before you freeze it, but then I didn't get a chance to do that. So it take a few minutes to thaw it. Because it's a big pot, and I need this beautiful aroma from the kalanko. You know, the kalanko it's not ginger, okay? It's not ginger, believe me. Okay, but they smell so beautiful, so delicious. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it on the top of our meat. The kalanko has a lid. If you put too much, you can feel the bitterness. Okay, so just same thing with the kaffir leaf here. If we put too much, if you do too much of anything, it started to taste funny. Okay, so just do enough to get the flavor, to get the aroma, to get the the flavor, the taste out of it. So I'm just have a handful. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it on the top also. We're not gonna do any pepper. Okay, you can add chili pepper at the end or sauce if you like. If you're a happy chili pepper eater. If you're not, you know what? Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Okay, and I don't have fresh garlic because I went to hunt under the freezer. I had a whole bag of it, but last time I used it, and I think it's way on the bottom of the freezer, and I'm not about to go fish for it. So, for that reason, I have onion powder. I can go ahead and use the onion powder for it. Okay. I'm gonna do about 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Do 2, just in case. Just in case we miss anything, okay? Well, I like garlic because garlic make a whole difference for the cooking. Um, so for the Cambodian soup, it's very simple. Okay, so we are gonna use about 2 tablespoons of a beef bouillon or chicken bouillon or beef bouillon for that reason. And we always can come back and it might be too salty. We can sample it later. Okay, we'll do 1.5 cups because every time I cook is variable, so I can't really tell you. So what Cambodian people do is that they don't have recipe for anything. They just throw everything in there and sample it at the end. You know, if you need chili, then put chili. You need salt, and put salt or put fermented fish or fish sauce. Cambodia didn't have recipe until I started cooking for you. Okay, honestly, because everything is programmed up here. This is a cookbook here. This is the babysitter. This is the mommy. This is the farmer. This is the wife. This is the food hunter. So everything's in the library up here because people were good with their brain in the day, you know. So I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of sugar. Go right here. We need that. We need that flavor. Now, all this vegetable here, I will cut it up in a moment. But let me start with the cooking of oxtail soup first. Oxtail first because that is important component. Okay, to do that because I didn't have fresh garlic, so I'm gonna do a little bit of onion just to get a start. Okay. And we're gonna add the rest of the onion later with the rest of the vegetable. Oh, that's looking nice already. Right. So here we go. So I'm gonna fill up this is the maximum here. Okay. So once the soup is, when the beef is all tender, I can fill it up later. Oh, the onion is working its charm. Okay, how many water do I need? And that depends how much it would take me to fill this up to the maximum. Okay, it's about 2 point how many liters? It didn't say. It didn't say cup or probably. So this right here is about 2 cups. We can measure that for sure. So I have 2 of that going in already. Hold on, let me measure it for you, okay? One cup, 2, 3 cups. So I have 3 going in already. I'll do one more. I think that's gonna reach the maximum liquid level. All right, so I have 4 bottles of water. All right, so we're gonna leave this untouched, okay? This the oxtail is gonna be cooking in Cambodian fresh. Well, it was fresh until I froze it up, so it's still fresh, okay? All this ingredient, let's put it that way. And the only thing I didn't have fresh was the frozen fresh was the garlic powder, but it make up. Okay, now let's go. Let's make sure this pressure cook works first, because it must be working because she offered to me to use it. So, Mama, I still have how many pounds of this beef here? The chuck roast, the chuck pot roast is how many pounds? Wait, 2 pounds. Oh, this is 2 pounds worth of chuck pot roast. Mama now, I mean, we can make soup. We can when you said chuck roast or pot roast, whatever it is, you can go beyond chuck roast. You can cook whatever you like with it. Yeah. Let me turn on the light back here. Okay. So this is lid to the this pot here. Okay, it's it's going to be very hot. So do not touch the top, the lid, unless you the steam going to come out of this little button here. So it have to lie somewhere. Come on. This is entertaining, isn't it? Hold on, please. The one I had, I got used to it. But this one right here, too close this way. Hold on. Goodness. Somebody please help me. It's supposed to click. Girlfriend. It tell you that do not cautious because it's hot. Somebody gotta come over here and help me with this, please. Okay. I think. What do you think? I'm not kidding with this. Oh, okay. Got it. It's sealed up. Yeah, I guess. And open, close. Open, close. So I think it's on a closed mode, and when it's boiling, the steam's supposed to rise up from this end here. It could be very hot, so be careful. Do not touch it. I know you're not cooking, but I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, so let's go see if this is gonna work. Okay, if it's not, I'll be cooking this manually. I'll be crying until tomorrow because that's how long it's gonna take. It's going late. Yeah. Isn't that cute, Mickey Mouse? Somebody probably got it from a trip, you know. Yeah, there we go. You can put it over here. It said, cook me. Okay, we're gonna do pressure cook. Oh my goodness. Soup, food, pressure cook. No. Normal. Low pressure. One high pressure. Pressure cook. Got it? It's on now. Okay, let's go. We'll find out in a minute, right? So, okay, for the rest of the meat, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from this wok here. And we're gonna add this later on when the oxtails is nearly done. I can add in, I could, and then I can remove it, or I can wait and add the rest with the vegetables. What I have for the soup vegetables here is very basic. I didn't want to be any complicated more than trying to get the pressure cook to work. I hope so. If it's not, we'll find out. This one is a little bit different than the one I have. I wish I still have the old one. It's so nice and neat. I should have studied this crock pot first. Okay, so to make the soup flavorful, I rely on these beautiful fresh vegetables here. No other than carrots and celeries and mushrooms. Okay, so I'm gonna do the whole mushrooms. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna add some potato also. So I have this much of, you know what, that would be impolite. I'm gonna cut it in half. Look too big. I know it's gonna shrink. Maybe it's not cooking. I'm starting to smell it already. Smell the lemongrass. Maybe because the lemongrass is right in front of me. No. What I'm gonna do next is that while I'm waiting, I know that we're not gonna get this done. I'll let you know when I come back later on with the short videos, okay? So now I'm gonna get all the vegetable ready. If I do it right, it should be cooking right now. I don't know how long it'll take because it didn't say. I should have done research for that matter. But since I did, so I'm gonna be guessing it. See if this is gonna make any kind of mark. Nope. Anyway, so a carrot, this is gonna do the standard bite size. With this size here, okay? I love carrot. I'm probably gonna eat the vegetable over the beef, which I have tendency to do all the time. Let me get a container for. So I have about 6 carrots, large carrots. A couple of days ago, I was on here making the angel wings. I think some of you were on here when I was making angel wing. And I promised that I will come back on here and show my audience how to debone the chicken wing. When I'm done preparing all these vegetables for my soup, I will show you how to debone the chicken wing. Okay, so I have my carrot this much because my pot is only about 5 inches and circumference is, so it contains how many cup of water? 12 cup of water, because I have 4 bottles of water and it's about 3 It's about 3 cups each. Okay. So for celery, I'll do the same thing because the carrot is harder than celery. So if you're gonna cook them together, make sure that we don't stir it, because if we stir it, then it's gonna fall off and get too tender. But some of them will get too tender, some will not be too tender. But altogether, we're just concerned about the carrot cook right. And of course, I'm gonna do some potato also, because he was like, "Wow, that sound like stew." It does, but it's not a stew. It's a soup. I got you. I made stew not long ago. There you go. I used to love celery and peanut butter. I can't have any more now because all the allergy. I can't have peanut anymore. So that's not fun, you know. Food allergy really. This one is not too good with brown. I don't understand. Sometimes, you know, I don't get it. The celery would turn brown. I guess it just either it was in the freezer or been frozen. I'm not sure. So I have not quite one bunch of celery. I think I have about 8 sticks altogether. Okay, I mean 8. What do you call it? Call it a stick. Oh, it's doing something. It's getting warmer. So I'm doing test drive on these. So this is my celery. Okay, so my carrots, my celery. What else do I have? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I have large onions. Oh, I have the mushrooms. Oh man, we are in business. Okay, there you go. We're gonna fill all this up. This is gonna be so good. Not only the good flavor from the oxtails, or the natural flavor from the vegetable. There you go. Oh, I hope I'm not overflowing. If I do, once the beef is done, I can remove it and put in the bigger pan. I have like bigger pot. I have the pot that big. That's what happened when I'm not planning on how much ingredients I need, you know. So now I'm gonna do a few of the potato. Need some carbs. But I know Cambodian folk will eat it with rice. I don't know, Cambodian eat rice with everything. If there is no main entree, and then they'll eat it with soy sauce. Cambodian people are the easier people to feed, you know. They don't ask for steak and entree. As long as you have rice and soy sauce, that's it. They're done. And that's just because we are simple people. Okay, the potato will oxidize and turn tarnished or gray. In order to prevent it from get tarnished or gray, we're gonna submerge it in a bowl of water, which I'm getting right now. Give me a moment, please. Yeah, because potato, yams, I think they must be related. They must be cousin, because they do the same way. They get tarnished. If you don't cook it right away, then it does not matter, you know. It's just a discoloration. Sometimes it bothers me. So to keep it nice and white, and clean, and wash it at the same time, and then you just submerge it under the water. Okay. You're gonna cut it and submerge it. And this soup right here should last 2 days. Hope so. If someone didn't eat all the oxtails and leave me all the veggie, yes, he done that before. Take all the meat and leave me the vegetables. I don't mind, you know. I rather have vegetable than the oxtails and the beef. I'm okay with that. I'm not angry at all. I'm saying, yeah, cool. I think that's what I'm gonna be end up doing once I add the beef and everything else. I think I will need to transfer into a bigger pot so I can add the veggies and and let it cook um, on the stove here. And I hope that it'll be done by dinner today, not tomorrow. Sometimes if we cook oxtails in on a regular pot, it take a long time. But then I'll start early if I needed to, like to have it done by dinner time. Then I will calculate the time when to start. If I need to serve it during lunchtime, then I calculate the time. You know, it's workable. It's not that difficult. I'm making, and if you just join me right now, Chef Vanna Inn is making Oxtail Cambodian style soup. Okay, the difference between the Cambodian and the American Oxtail soup or the Vietnamese soups is is the kalango and the lemongrass and the kaffir leaves, okay, and all the fresh ingredients. If you don't have kalango, you can substitute with ginger. You'll be fine too. I should find some ginger. I know Lucy had a whole bunch of ginger. Okay, so I have 5 large potatoes. And see, let me cut it first and see how much I have. If I need another couple more, then I'll do a couple more. So oxtail soup really is a lot of work. Okay, it is a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's why you'll see me go out and pay someone else to cook for me. Well, I don't do oxtail soup. He does. He likes oxtail soup. If they don't have it, then and then short rib soup, pho soup would do. The other day we were little on the edge because we went to 3 different Vietnamese restaurant that said on their menu that they have oxtail soup. They don't. And then I kid you not, sometimes there's a few occasions that I'm at this restaurant and what do I say? Oh, we don't serve oxtail, but we serve short ribs. Okay, so we decided to stay to get the short ribs. And then a few months later, we went to the same place. We went there a couple times. A lot of times they say, oh, sorry, we don't have oxtails today because we have to get order from California. I said, I don't care where you order it from. You're in the restaurant business and you have it on your menus and you better have it. Otherwise you get yelled. We yelled them. Oh. I'm trying to be friendly about everything, you know, but if you don't stand, if you don't, if the restaurant does not stand for its principle, you know, I have issue with that. If it's not in the menus, and I'm sorry, that menu is out. Take it off, you know, don't block it out. You know, don't block it out. Don't show it to public. So we went to 3 places and still didn't get his oxtails, but we ended up with just regular pho. No, he got his short rib. We have to go to the third restaurant. And then one restaurant open. Sorry, I couldn't mention the establishment name because, you know, the channel don't like me to do anything like that. Let me rinse and rewash it. Okay. So we got all the veggie. We got carrots, whole bunch, onions, and mushrooms, and then of course the potato. Okay, I know that I'm not gonna be able to show you anything today because first of all, I have to make sure that the pressure cook is working. That's gonna cook the way it's supposed to. It is hot. Okay, I can feel it. It's hot, so it's working. So I just remember not to touch it in the area where it's gonna cause me pain, a burn. Okay. As I promised a few of you who were here a few days ago, 2 days ago, that I was gonna show you guys how to debone the chicken wings. So I have the chicken wing with me. Okay, I cleaned it already. Excuse me. And the rest of the meat here will go in with the vegetable. On the second round, I'm cooking right now I'm doing the pressure cook on the oxtail first because oxtails are a lot harder to cook. Okay, so we're gonna cook it and see. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'm not gonna be able to show you until it's done, perhaps in a later time. But what I'm gonna do next is that let me clean up my station a little bit so I can do a better job on showing you. I'm done with sarong today. I wear sarong, Cambodian sarong. You know, I'm a denim lady, so I wear denim every day. And whether it's hot or cold, I wear denim. And I love denim from head to toes. Okay. I would love to wear gloves, but then it get uncomfortable, you know, because personally, I never like gloves. No. But I'm gonna have to wash my hands real well, brushing it and everything. Okay. So I already have the fillings done. So the fillings, I have the fungal mushroom, the turkey meat, and a little bit of the chicken meat that I removed from the wing. I have string bean. I have the Cambodian cooking paste. It's similar to curry, but it's not curry. Okay. And then I have cellophane noodles, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of chicken bouillon, and garlic powders in here. I'm gonna leave the recipe on YouTube channel, and you can find it out on under the descriptions area. Okay, to do this, you will need a sharp knife. Okay, small sharp knife. Okay, so I'm gonna do it with my bare hand because it's better. Oh goodness. I guess it's cooking because it's making some kind of noise. here to do this, I blanched this. No, I'm sorry, I didn't blanch this. My bad. I cleaned this with salt first. Okay, I and rinse it with cold water a few times just to get the wing nice and clean. Okay, so when you do, we're gonna need a sharp knife, and we're gonna start from the top here. Okay? So what I did a couple days ago is the angel wing. I still have a few that I have not cooked yet. So the basic idea is to debone the wing. Okay, um, this is only bone that did not get removed. I don't know how to remove that part, but this part right here would get removed. This part here, and then once it's removed, I marinate it and add some flavor to it, and then stuff it with this stuffing here. So it's two-part to it. So what I did last time I came on, I on the show, on live show, with the wings already processed. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the freezer. So we can start on the top, okay, on the at the top edge here, and by just removing all the fiber, all the muscle. Be careful though, because that's why I use bare finger, so I can feel the knife in it. Okay. For those who new, this is going to be a little bit challenged because if we don't know what we're doing, we're going to start cutting the skin, making holes. I've been doing this for a long time. I still make some holes. Okay, so the top part is to remove is this angle right here. This what do you call this? Elbow. The chicken elbow right here. Okay, and this is the top part here where hole will happen. So what I did was that now I'm able to remove some on the top knuckle here, and I'm gonna go ahead and slide it down like this. Okay, it's not gonna come out because there's a lot of muscle attached on this area here. Okay, so with that I'm gonna carefully remove those tough fiber or the muscle, trying to remove it, detach it from the bone. Okay, so if you get a little, if you make a little incision, you know what? If you can't help it, then it'll happen. Okay, so just slow. This is why my kid said, "Mom, can you make angel wing for us?" And please, because we don't know how to debone the chicken, or we don't have time to debone the chicken. I learned this from a friend of mine from California. She she uh, she has a part-time job doing debugging for the restaurant, because Cambodian restaurant sell a whole bunch of these because people would order them because it's a little bit pricey, but then it's so rewarding because you don't have to try to debone the chicken wing, because it's not fun at all. Even I've been doing this so many times, I'm still irritated with it. Okay, so there's a lot of fiber attached to the joint. So if you cannot slide it, and if everything is cut down, you should be able to. If not, then find out why it's still not sliding down. So use the knife and scrape off some of the area that need to be scraped off, and just see it. See it. There you go. See it. Okay. Now we have to debone it. It come right off like this, and just pull the rest of the meat. So there's the bone, and there's the wing. Okay, so this is inside out here. I can remove this meat here and grind it and add into the grinding. But I'm gonna leave the meat as it is, and you can flip it over. There, so you have your chicken wing strip off the bone. Okay, there's no bone, no joint, nothing. Okay, so it's only this part here. where you can hold this. So I'm gonna leave it inside out because I need to marinate this and make flavor out of it. Okay, because this is just plain chicken meat. It won't taste much. So I'm gonna leave it like this until we're done all of it, and then we will I'm sorry, meat. I will marinate it with a few of ingredients and stuff with the wing. I mean stuff with the stuffing. So this top part here is it's fine, okay? It's not as difficult as the elbow because elbow had a lot of muscle, all the muscle around it. Okay, so just make sure that you do gently, kind of tag it into um, the muscle area, not the skin area. You can tell that there are muscle attached to this joint here. Okay, so you can see it. You can tell there's muscle and meat. And for those who love wings and never had angel wing or stuffed chicken wing before, oh, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Okay, so when I went to the Cambodian function or New Year or what have you at the temple, or at restaurant, they sell this three for $10. I think that's still pretty cheap for something that are difficult to to make. So here the muscle right here, see that? So just cut it and slide it down. And if there are more muscle attached, careful with the knife, okay? I've been playing with the knife for so long, it become my good friend because it had taste. Sample a lot of my finger, like yeah. So since I became best friend of the knife, it's a lot friendlier to me. I'm just kidding, trying to be funny. This one right here, the bone is been broken, so it's a little bit difficult to move. So there we go. Okay. We'll strip off the meat, and once we disjoint it, there's no meat left on the bone. See that? Sorry, doggy, no meat left for you. So there we go. We can flip it open, and flip it inside out. Okay. So there you go. Okay. So we're gonna leave it inside out because I'm gonna marinate this and make it flavorful. So you see all this extra meat here, okay? It's like, yeah. So use your knife gently, carve it down, carving it gently, slowly. If you're professional more than I do, hey, go right ahead, get started. I'll meet you at the end. So there we go. The top part is not that challenging. The challenge part, I tell you, is the elbow right here. Just pull it, okay? Get the grip of this bone knuckle here and pull it as much as you can. Not too hard because then you're like, it's gonna be flying without reason. So here some of the major attachment here are the nerve and the muscle. Okay? Because this is like the strong part of the chicken, I think the wing, because in a normal circumstance, and I think chicken fly too. Now because they live with human or human raise the human, so they don't need to fly. But I seen wild turkey. They live on the trees. When I visit my niece in Angel Camp in California, and she had a property out on the foothill, and I was out there in the morning. I saw a flock of turkey, and it was wild turkey, just searching for food and what have you. And then and I saw them flew up on the top of the tree and nesting on the tree. I'm like, really? Hmm. You know. So here all the tough fiber and of the bone here. I mean of the wings are right here, the elbow. I think we have them too. You don't fly, but yeah, if you get elbow, that's it. Well, I pulled too hard and the bone came off. Now I'm gonna have to try to use the knife to help me slide this off. So I'm gonna do a few, okay, so that you can get used to it, be familiarized with it, okay? Yeah, see it? Okay, and flip it over. So I have 1, 2, 3 done so far. I have a few more because I did this. I did 15 the other day. I already fed my family with it. So I just do this for you, show you how to strip the bone off the chicken wing. It's not a bad idea though, you know. I mean, um, only human does that, you know. I mean, sorry, no other species in the world will do this thing where you like the lion when they eat the meat, they don't ask for salt or pepper, right? They hunt the meat and just tear it up and yeah, they munch it up. Human, we complicated species. We because God made us that way, and He commanded us that we have dominion over all creatures in the world. You know, you take care of them or you eat them. You know, or you eat them or they eat you. So vice versa. I'm not going to be in an area where I'm going to get eaten by anything. Not by python, not by hyena, not by lion, not by tiger, not by meerkat, nothing like that. I want to be in the kitchen cooking chicken. Well, in Cambodia, I'm not gonna lie, in a day where everything is plentiful, food plentiful, everything's plentiful, include the wild animal, and cobra was one of those species that would just like welcome itself everywhere. It'll get into the house if we leave the window or door open. It's so unwelcoming to have cobra crawl into your kitchen, your living room. It happened when I was in Thailand visiting my uncle. And because Thailand is so hot and people don't ever close their house door or their bedroom doors or their windows, so they always leave everything open, you know, to get air and stuff. So, and one day, sure enough, there was cobra coming into the house. I scream. I'm like, I'm out of here. But it's not a big one here. The big one is the big one is gonna go after you. But in Thailand, Cambodia, cobras are everywhere. You know, cobra are not friendly snake. Okay, it's not like farm snake. It's not like uh, python. Don't does not have venom, but then it will constrict you until until you become burger, and then and it will swallow you. But no, cobra does not eat human that I know of. Um, but it might eat a corpse, you know. But it does not eat us. But then it will it will bite, and one bite of and one drop of venom will automatically put you in the other side of the rainbow. Okay. Um, I'm not a fan of snake, any kind of snake. I'm not a fan of snail. I'm not a fan of anything that had no leg. I'm sorry. Okay. There's there's a history attached to that. Yes, I grew up in Cambodia and Thailand and surrounded by those things. That's what pacified me is that early exposure to like a bad experience, like was was confronted. Okay, so I was out, when I was in Cambodia. We I live on a farm, so at the time, uh, my mom didn't put me in school yet, so I would still be helping with the family, with watching the siblings and help with the cookings and help with farm hands in the farm and stuff like that, and taking the cow to graze on the pastures and all that. And of course, I have encountered a lot of nasty creature like cobra and leeches. And believe me, okay, I think I'm more terrifying of leeches than cobra itself. At least I know that. Well, the leech does not kill you; it'll suck the blood out of you. But then for some reason, I feel more comfortable uh, being chased by cobra than being sucked blood out of. I mean, sucking blood from by the leeches. Because Cambodian are nasty with leeches. They have all kind of leeches. They call they call buffalo leeches. That one, man, if it bites you and it can get as big as your wrist. I'm not kidding you. It's nasty. It doesn't normally eat um, latch on you, but if it's really hungry, it will latch on you. But usually it latch on the cows or the buffalo that had a lot of blood. Then I remember when I was out with the cow um, in the pond. Oh man, when the cow got out of the pond and the leeches was everywhere sucking the blood and nasty leeches, that they regrow just like tapeworms and intestinal parasite. If it get cut off, it grew back. And I don't know which the lip is, okay, because they suck you on both sides and they'll like stay on you on both sides. When you pull it and then one side came off and the other side still latch on, it's nasty. Ooh. Yeah, I got I got eaten by leeches a lot of time. That's why I don't like them. Yeah. But then now they said that leeches are good for medical uh, curing by uh, like the doctors use the leeches to suck the um, to say they said that they use the leech to put into the wound to suck out all those what you call it, all those um, blood and bodily fluid or pus out of the injury. Believe me, hold on, let me charge my. Oh, I'm cool. Believe me, what if the leech started to are not coming back and and travel through your bloodstreams and create a family in your body, that would be nasty, ghastly. I don't know. At the sight of leech, I know I no leeches. I, I think I deal with snake better than leeches, and then the next thing would be the snail. Yeah. And in Cambodia, they have all kind of snail that live in the wood, in the jungle. Not regular, not regular garden snail. Okay, it's a snail that live in the jungle and that suck blood out of you. Also, it's called it's called land leeches, something like that. They don't live in water. They live on trees and leaves and stuff like that, and it jump on you and suck the blood out of you, man. Because Cambodia really is jungle at the time. I mean, now it's more civilized. In the day when my dad lived in the farm, and it's pretty much like very isolated. I remember laying at night and on in the farmhouse, hearing owls hooting and and what else? The foxes and wild animal howling in the middle of the night. It's really scary. Plus, there's no electricity, so make it even more scarier. You just lantern, gas lamp, and building fire. That's all we have in the day. I mean, they in the big city, like in Phnom Penh, in the big city, they do have electricity, running water. But we live in a farmhouse. There's no infrastructure. We're like a little house on the prairie, at least little a little house on the prairie has has gas stove. No, I think they cook out of a fireplace. Yeah, something similar to that. Yeah. But my experience in Cambodia is all wonderful. You know, I mean, you have to deal with cobra and leeches and stuff like that. I'll be cool. You know, that's what I'm still fear of the snake and the leeches. Anything that crawl, I'm okay. I'm not a fan of earthworm. Earthworm, I'm more friendly with earthworm. You know, I mean, I have earthworm in the other backyard. Oh, it end. Let me clean my hand thoroughly. It said it end, but let me check whether it's do anything good. Okay. Have to be careful. I got to remember how to release this thing without. Now I'm scared to do this. Oof. To open, to close. I don't want no tragic happen on while I'm live, okay? Live streaming. Okay, let me see. Oh. Ah, this is to release, I think. Let me see. Yeah, brother. Yeah. So it's a safe way to do this. Oh. You have to release the pressure. I think that's why it's called pressure cook. So there's a button here that you can it'll open. It say open to release the pressure. Okay. If you don't do it, and then if you don't, you're gonna have to wait until this baby cool down completely to handle it safely. Okay. Otherwise, it can cause body harm and injury. Look at how much pressure it's created. Mm. It smells the lemongrass. It smells all the Asian ingredients, the herbs. It smells so good. Goodness. almost done. Huh. You cool now? Good. We friend? I'll give it a minute more because I don't want to risk injuring myself in front of you guys. You'll be like, I'll tell you that she does not do thing. So it's been a while. It's been how many years since I used pressure cook? It's been more than 6 years. Okay. Are we happy now? Let's see. Hey, I think it's safe to move the lid. Voila. It smells good. Let's see if it does anything to the beef. Still boiling. We'll find out, huh? Well, you know what? I think it's on for 30 minutes. Look at that. Okay, so it's not off the bone yet. Okay, I probably need another 30 minutes. Okay, so look at that. If I do another 30 minutes, I think it'll fall off the bone. Okay, so I think the little one might be, not really, it's not done yet. Okay, what I'll do, that I probably have to do another round. Oh, the little one is even tougher. Yeah, the little one even tougher than the big one. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is to add the rest of my meat in here, okay? And if it's still too tough, and then I'm gonna bring it out after the second round. And you know, I could have increased the minute on here. I would be good at put an hour or two. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add my beef into it. Let me sample first. Mm. It's under salt, which is great. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add more salt, maybe about. Oh, I'm going to add chicken bouillon. I think I have one. I think I have 1 tablespoon. This is 1 teaspoon, so I'll do 2 more. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our beef here that I have. And if the next round the beef get too tender, I will remove the beef and cook the oxtail by itself. Maybe I'll do a slow cook on regular pot for a few hours. Or I can just remove everything out from this and then cook the beef, the oxtail by itself for a few hours. So again, it's already filled up, so I'm not going to be able to add the the vegetables. So what I'll do later on is that I will have to transfer my oxtail soup into this pot, and then just cook my my vegetable and the rest of it. I mean, add the rest of the vegetable in it because I have a lot of vegetables. It's not going to fit in here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Back into close mode. If I put an hour or 45 minutes, I think it'll cook, it'll be tender. I'll do 45 minutes and then I'll check on the beef if the beef is done. Because I don't want my beef to liquefy. Hold on. Oh, it is? No, it's a pressure cook. Okay. All right. Let me, hey, at least we know that thing worked. Okay. Let me go ahead and finish this, stripping the wings here. So we got one more. Okay. That's this one here, and then we'll be done. And I'll show you how to stuff the chicken wing. And what I did with the chicken wing is that I did the air fryer. So I used 300-degree for about 28 minutes ish. And typically the air fryer cook really well. That's just because I have raw stuffed chicken. I mean turkey. Now we're gonna have turkey and what do you call it? Feather on flock, something like that. Somebody told me that, but I don't remember exactly how it was said. So I have two kind of bird today. I have turkey stuffing on the chicken wing. I think altogether I have 8 wings. That should be enough. I should have enough stuffing to it. Hazar, hello. Well, thank you for visiting with me. Today, I started with the Cambodian oxtail soup. I went to the pressure cook. I also add about 2 pounds of regular beef. Okay. Because one man can eat a whole oxtails by himself. I know that for sure. And for me, I think I'll rest a little bit on the vegetable that I have, which are the carrots, the potatoes, and celery, onions, and mushrooms. And the pressure cook is very small, so I'm cooking the beef right now. The oxtail went into the pressure cook for 30 minutes, and it's cooking. It's cooked, but it's not quite done. I mean, it's not quite tender. It didn't fall off the bone yet, so I add another 45 minutes with the beef that I just added, and we'll see. I think once it's done, I'm gonna bring it out and add the veggie into it, and it won't be long, probably about another hour before the veggie be done. Okay, so and then I will do a little short and show the end result of it. Okay, because I might be gone already before the soup is done. So today is the oxtail soup in Cambodian recipe. The difference is that I add galanga, fresh herbs, and from Cambodian yards. Yeah. So I have my bone here already. Okay, I need this container to dengue. The aroma of the soup is really, really very, very pleasant. It smells so good. With the kalanga and the lemongrass and all that, working in magic. Okay, let me marinate the chicken wing here before I stuff it, okay, because it needs some sort of flavor because it's plain at the moment. It's plain. So to do this, I will need a few flavor. I'm gonna do about 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon, some cooking oil, sorry, I'll do sesame oil. If you're allergic to sesame, then you can do regular cooking oil. Okay, you can do healthy cooking oil. Okay. And I'm gonna do the lemon seasoning, which I didn't do it last time, but I'm gonna do it for this purpose here. I'm gonna do, because I did under seasoning the other one, which is low sodium, which is fine because we dip it with the hot sauce. Okay. You know what? I'm happy the fact that I don't have to spend hours trying to cook my my oxtails. So I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of salt because I like a little bit of sweetness into it, and I'm gonna do I'll do about 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Okay, that'll do. I did not turn it inside out yet because I wanted to marinate it first and then I'll turn it inside out. No, right side out. That's it. Right now it's wrong side out. because I want this meat here to get flavored. If you're interested in the recipe, let me know so I can. Well, I typically good at leaving my recipe on YouTube channel on the description panel. I know I use this because it's hard to get the the aroma from all these ingredients off my hands. Even I wash it thoroughly. Sometimes I have to use vinegar or lemon to help minimize the smell. Oh man, this one had holes. I should have been careful with it. So I'm flipping the wing right side out now. Okay. So that the bone been removed, the joint bone been removed. Only this part here. Okay. Be a perfect hand placement. It's okay to charbroil this, but it have to be low heat because remember, this is not regular chicken wing, it's stuffed chicken wing, so it had extra meat in it. See, there's all this meat here, and then the stuffed meat. So therefore, we have to cook this. Even when I do cook it in the air fryer, I use 300 degree, and yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I think I used about I used the 300 degree and about 27 minutes. That was enough. It was really, really golden brown. Okay, so here we go. Because we rush for time, we just gonna go ahead and stuff our chicken already. I have the filling that I made the other day, so we're gonna go ahead and stuff it. So the stuffed chicken wing, the challenge part would be this wing here. Okay, to debone the wing is the tough part, because if we don't know how to do it, then this one I don't like this thing here. It's in the way, you know. I mean, I'm nowhere happy with it. Hand does best. I might end up in doing hand. How many of you have tried chicken wing, stuffed chicken wing before? And where? Where have you tried it? If you're in the Cambodian community, you know what? I'm sorry. It's not it's not going nowhere unless I get my hand into this thing here. If you live in Long Beach, San Francisco, California, Stockton, Long Beach, San Diego, if you're in the state of Minnesota, I think um, where all the high demographic of Cambodian population, lucky if they make this. Some restaurants serve it too, but it's a little bit pricey. All the work that they have to do, you know, like deboning this thing is not like the best option ever, you know. So at the end, I used the chopstick. I forgot to bring it out, and then I just snap them, snap the skin together to hold shut, so that way the meat does not, um, uh, gush out. Okay, so here we go. I got one stuffing done. Okay, I didn't overstuff it. Okay, sometimes when you overstuff it, it'll break when in the process of cooking. It broke, but it's not as bad. What I did to prevent it from breaking was that I cook one side for about 5 minutes first and then turn it over to cook the other side, and then the rest of the time just the air fryer will cook both sides of the meat thoroughly. That's a good thing about air fry is that it does that work for you. And like I said, you can charbroil this and slow cook. You can deep fry this. First to get the, yeah, you can deep fry this. You can do that also. Sometimes Cambodian people would put some coloring to it. They would add pink powder to it. Or I used turmeric on the other one. It worked well. It turned out really, really nice. I might have more stuffing than the wing. I still have a lot more wing left, but I'm just doing this to show you how it's done, because I came on the other day is that I didn't have my wing deboning. So people ask me how to debone the chicken wing, which is what I did today, is debone the chicken wing. Yeah, it was fun for me because I've been doing this a long time. Okay, it's a lot of practice. When I did the first time, there was so many holes in the chicken wing that it was useless, because when it's cooked, the meat started to formulate and want to come out and see the world. Yeah. Well, let me close the window. It burst open because I needed to release some air into the house. Excuse me, please. This stuffing here made out of, well, comprised of chicken. Some of the chicken that I removed from the wing here to make more room, and then I have the turkey, ground turkey, blend with all kind of goodie here. It's so good. I tried it last night. I did eat it the day before. I tried it last night. I cooked a few and took to mom, and she likes it, my daughter. And see, this one I have whole. Oh. See that? I know it's a little messy. I'm sorry about that, but it's no easy way to do this, but get hand into it. You gotta get the hand into it. It's a little windy outside, so you can hear the howling. I know, right? It's like I said, I'm not comfortable with glove. When I learned to cook, we don't have glove. We were fine. We just clean it good with soap and water and sanitizer, and use lemon, use soap, use salt, use brush. Just like to welcome, if you just joined me, I started with making the Cambodian oxtail soup. It's in the pressure cook for the last 45 minutes, and the oxtails is being tenderized at the moment. Hopefully that after second round of put it back in the pressure cook, is that it's gonna cook a little bit more. The first 30 minutes it cooked, but it's not tender yet. It didn't. The goal is to get the meat fall off from the bone. Yeah, exactly. That's what you hear. You heard me right. To get the bone fall off from, to get the beef, to get the meat fall off the bone, or get the bone to detach the beef, whichever way makes sense to you. Mm. I still have a little bit more. I might trying to finish the rest of the wings. Yes. I don't know what to do with these fillings. They will stuff it in the wings and cook it for the family. Because my kid love this, my grandkid too. So if they get one of this, they feel lucky because, like I said, deboning this wing is not easy. It's very challenge for young people, you know, because they don't have the patience for it, and so they rather pay a good amount to enjoy it than have to work to produce it. See? Um, yeah, so I probably need a few more bone of the chicken wing, which I'll do um, off camera, because what I do here, I just want to demonstrate to you that how the chicken wings debone and stuff. And if you want to see how the filling will make, you can you can join me in the previous videos on stuffed chicken wings on YouTube, because I couldn't get the full videos on TikTok. I do clip here and there, and sometimes people said, "Why do you have clips, so many clips?" Because I'm trying to like add at least, you know, the idea of how food are made, and if you want the recipe and the full video, you have to visit with me on my YouTube channel, Chef Banayan, on YouTube channel, and you see the recipe, you see the cooking instructions, and the whole bit. Okay. And while you're there, subscribe and share. I always appreciate the support. All right, so here we go. Let me, you know, I can restuff this and finish the rest. I could. Let me see. So I don't have to debone anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna stuff it up, and I'm gonna use the the toothpick to hold them together, so that way it won't be messy to to seal the entrance. See, if I distribute this evenly, I may not have to add more wing. And I don't typically overstuff it, because I know that overstuffing the wing will cause it to what do you call it, disperse. It's just like anything. When we overstuffing it, it just need room to escape, so it will blow up, it'll tear up, you know. So, but I'm tired of doing the wing, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up by sagging all of them in. I think it's gonna work. Okay, it's gonna work. I'm gonna wash my hand and get a toothpick, and I'm gonna seal this so that way we are good to go. Oh, I might be good at this. I know it's a little messy, but you know what? What does not? You know, I mean, I see how pizza is made. I see how everything is made with hand. You know, without hand, I'm sorry. Without hand, we might as well hang it up, right? Like in my country, people eat food with their hand. In India, especially, you know, they never eat food with the utensil in the mainland. But in America, of course, you know, if you go to Hindu or Indian cuisine, they serve you with utensil. But to their culture, um, that's not something that they do. Respectfully, they said they eat with finger. You know, interesting, because I was I'll finish tell you the story, but let me get this out of my finger first, okay? It does get a little, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, hold on. Distribute this evenly. Let me go wash my hand a little bit, get this out of my hand. Okay, so we are still in the danger zone with the chicken, raw chicken. So okay, it's overstuffed because I should have get at least 10 wings and I'll be cool. And I miscalculating. So to do this, I need to sew them together. Okay, so just grab any end. And if you need more than one, then you go right here. Okay, go ahead and let me remove all this extra so when we cook it doesn't burn. Okay. All right, so here we are. So this is the raw stuffed chicken wings, okay, or known as angel wings. You need two wings to make angel wing. It had to fly. It gotta fly. Okay. And this one is overstuffed. Now now you got the feel of it. That's why the kids said, no, we're not messing around with these. But no, soon they heard me making chicken wing dough, you know, the bowl is like the line is already formed. Like in the cafeteria, you know, you wanted your food served. This one I had a hole, so I'm gonna try to stuff it back in there. You hear the wind? I had the window open to get some fresh air, and the other day was so bad is that the visibility was zero in some area in Las Vegas. It was just sandstorm. If you're in nursing school, hey, sewing will be easy, right? Sewing meat, human, sewing human uh, flesh would be easy. If you're in biology, you did all that dissecting. This is part of their thing. Okay, I never have biology. I never, I never felt that I was smart enough to do biology. You know, but I did cultural anthropology and learning different culture. Yeah. Well, I overstuff it, so it's I can't. I'm trying to like keep it inside, but wait until it's cooking. It's gonna do me some kind of joke here. The meat was trying to overspill. I'm gonna have a hard time with this. But you know what? I'll be careful. Maybe it won't break. As long as it doesn't break, then it'll be cool. That's why I like to do smaller stuffing, but it get exaggerated when I didn't calculate it right, you know. Mm. Yeah, when I was in high school, because I didn't speak the language when I first came to America, you know, learning English was already frightening for me. So like take all the difficult courses that I don't think my language was compatible, you know. So I just take the basic requirement to graduate. And when I went to college, then yeah, I was was in a level where I'm more English proficient in English level. I mean, in college level. So I didn't do too bad. You know, I didn't finish the first year. I took some time off to raise family, and I didn't get my college degree until like 2016. I started in 1994, right after I graduated from high school, um, and I took some courses, and then I also uh, started family at the time, and I was working full times, and mm, my life didn't turn out to be peach and um, cream and peaches. So I have to leave school to pursue full-time career so I can take care of the family. At the time, I had my mom and dad with me, so they were a great resource for me. So they stay home, and both of them retired, and it was helping out with my kids while I'm able to work. And of course, you know, I mean, they were living with me, so it worked out for them. They got the support they need from me, and I got the support with the kids, so it worked out perfectly. Because Asian family, we live in a nucleus family structure. You know, we have multiple generation live in the family, so that we support each other. You know, they don't believe in have 5 bedroom house with just a couple. That would be like uh, unheard of in Cambodian culture. I'm only speak for Cambodian culture. I know that in Thai culture and Lao culture, we have the same um, that same structure. But I'm only speak on behalf of Cambodian community is that we we share a living space. You know, we I remember that in Stockton, California, we um, one family struck with apartment burning down, and why the landlord was so slow to get them to some kind of system, support system, and the neighbor invite them into live in the garage. And when the manager finally got them a place to live, and they didn't leave the neighbor, they still live in the garage until their apartment got um, rebuilt. No, now that's a nice giving spirit, you know, it's beautiful giving spirit, sharing spirit. And that's what I love about Cambodian community. I'm not speak highly because I'm Cambodian, and that's because I live in a culture where generosity and that kind of human generosity happen. You know, for me, I did a lot of in-kind work. Even after I left California, I still have people calling me every day for assistance, for phone. I do interpreting in kind. I don't charge them unless the agency call me and they pay me for my service. If people still calling me on their own, I don't charge them. I still provide service for them because when I was in California, many of you know, I'm in the community organizer where I work in the community to advocate for the community. So when I left my community, you know, many people were unhappy with it because I'm not there to give them the support they need. I mean, not just a family. We're talking about hundreds of Cambodian individuals. Let me wash my hand because the stuffing is done. I've been touching chicken a long hour, so let me remove the chicken out of my hand. I feel better. Give me 1 second, please. So I'm not quite done handling the chicken yet, so I just got the meat out of my hand, and once I'm done cleaning, I'm going to do thoroughly clean all this thing off my hands. Okay, let me store this chicken wing here because I have some made already. I had short that of the finished product that I can upload it and put on both TikTok and YouTube, so you can see how the finished cooking result be like. Okay, it's gonna be like golden brown chicken wing, stuffed chicken wing. It looks so good. I sampled it yesterday. It's really good. I serve it with the hot sauce and along with a bowl of green salads, and that worked perfect. And I serve myself with probably half cup of rice, which is filling because in here we had cellophane noodles and then jicama and garlic and onions and what else in there. I have to remember. I have to go back and try to remember. With so many ingredients that go into that went into the stuffing. Okay. So here we go. I'm done with the Cambodian angel wing or stuffed wing. Okay. So I'm not gonna cook today because I'm gonna use air fryer. If I do, and it's gonna create all kind of noise. And I already have this making noise. I already have 19 more minutes. Look at that. If you can stick around and see if the beef gonna come off the bone like I intended to or not, because the oxtails, like, it's one of the top part of the cow or any type of four-leggers, any type of beef or meat that human consume regularly. Okay, some consume deer meat, and elk, or what have you, or buffalo, or horse. I don't know, but for me, I'm comfortable with just regular beef, chicken, turkey. Not too much into duck. Once in a while, I will do the roast duck from the Chinese restaurant or Chinese um, roast duck place or vendor, and that's it. To be honest with you, the duck wild smell is another thing. It's almost like the lamb, and I never enjoy lamb. The other day, first time I had lamb that I didn't like, um, um, didn't dislike, and it was the Armenian friend's graduations. The mom, she's a chef, so she know how to treat and cook the lamb so good. I didn't really, almost the game's meat almost depleted, so she gave me a piece of it, the cutlets of it. And typically I don't eat lamb at all because the smell, I got nothing against it, it's just certain smell that I can't deal with. I'm not a special person. It's just something that we don't do altogether. Like, if you can't stand Cambodian food or Chinese food or Vietnamese food, whatever the reason it is, we have our own pet peeve in that, and that's okay to have pet peeve. Nothing wrong with that. Perfectly normal. Just that we operate differently. Okay, I'm gonna store the chicken wing. I might cook it tomorrow. Okay, because I already have some that I cooked yesterday. It's in the fridge downstairs. Um, it was for my son, but he was at work and I didn't see him eat his food today, so I might have it later. And this right here, I'm gonna put in freezer bag, and if I don't cook it tonight, I might put in a freezer bag and cook it another day. So here go the raw chicken wing. Okay, the angel wing, stuffed chicken wing, Cambodian style. Let me find lid to this so I can put this away. I can clean everything up so I can fully use my hand without chicken flavor into it. I like the glass container because it's nicer. See, it's snap secure. I don't usually freeze this with the glass container. I'm just gonna put it away for now because I needed to focus on my meat, my beef soup here. Let me clean up the station and give me 1 second. Let me go clean my hand thoroughly, please. All right. You know what I'm gonna do next because it had 14 more minutes. Because I have a lot of vegetables, so it's not gonna fit in that pressure cook back there. So the pressure cook is a lot smaller thing. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go price all these vegetables here, and I'm gonna cook the vegetables already to kill some times. I will do about 6 cups of water because this bottle here is about 3 cups. I used 2 because I have plenty of juice from the soup already. I'm gonna cook the carrots and the onion. You know what? I'm not gonna mind. I'm gonna go ahead and do everything. So the vegetables are, I have carrots, I have onions, button mushrooms, and I think I have 5 large potatoes. So, like size. I'm gonna go ahead and boil this in advance. I know it's not gonna cook in 14 minutes. And then celery. Dang, it's almost filled up. Look at that. Once the meat is done, I'm gonna pour it in here and cook them together. about that? Yes, thank you. Okay. I have time to clean up a little bit. Touching the chicken again. I'll wash my hand again. How we doing? So I'm waiting. We have 9 more minutes before checking on the oxtail soup. Okay. I started oxtail soup about an hour and a half ago. I'm using pressure cook. I got lucky with it because the first 30 minutes, the oxtail soup was already make good progress. It's not quite tender where it fall off from the bone yet, but I add another 45 minutes plus the regular beef, the pot roast beef. I cut in chunky size. I added and then with the oxtail, and it's been cooking the last 30 minutes, so I have just 8 more minutes, and I like to show you how the result. I hope that it'll come out really nice. So the oxtail soup today is comprised of Cambodian oxtail soup. Okay, it's not regular. The difference between it is that I use the fresh. Well, it's not fresh. It was frozen lemongrass and the kalango. Okay. So kalango, they are not ginger. If you don't have kalango, you can use ginger to substitute. And if you don't have both, then I know a lot of major American store now sell lemongrass. Okay, if it's not, then if you really want to try this out, you can do, if they're Asian grocery store within the commute premises, you can get lemongrass. I used 2 stalks of lemongrass and about this much of cut kalango, and the kaffir lime leaf all went into the pot. And that's what make the house smell so awesome right now with all the Cambodian fresh ingredients. The ingredient that I added into the pot today. And that's what distinguishes between the regular oxtail, the Vietnamese oxtail, which is, I can serve this with pho or with rice or with flatbread or French bread, whatever kind of bread, it will be fine with you too. It or crackers. Or you can just eat by itself because it's packed with vegetable here. But I'm going to do separately. Once that's done, I'm going to, if it's not quite done, I'm going to pour into this pot here and cook it until it's very tender. My sweetheart, he like his meat very tender, especially oxtail beef. It have to fall off. Not just him, okay? I mean, anyone who enjoy oxtail beef would have to know that the oxtail beef have to fall off the bone in order for you to enjoy it, because it's packed with fat, it's packed with fiber, it's packed with hard core muscle, because the cowtail is very it's very muscular, and we're just cooking muscle with a little meat, um, and that's why it took a long time to cook it. I tried that on before I discovered that there is pressure cook in the house. I have to cook it in a long way. I that took me about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. It depends on the size of the oxtails. I just realized that the big oxtail was cooked faster than the tiny oxtails. Maybe I thought that the smaller size would cook faster than the big size, because they was that big and that big and that big and there was that big. So it's like from the top to the bottom. And so I I tried it out. I was surprised. Well, I don't know why I'm surprised. I cook this a lot of time manually with on the regular pot. Now that I have pressure cook as a lifesaver, because it cut down, well, at least 4 hours of cooking, which is a big yay. 'Cause- And now I can cook more because we have pressure cook pot right there. It was in the it was in the cupboard all this time. Well, I was told before, and I just forgot about it. So I'm boiling the vegetables separately. That just because I wanted to get it ready when the beef is ready. Oh, today I'll tell you a funny joke. What I did today was a little bit ridiculous. Um, so typically, many of you know that I'm a full-time nanny. Uh, with that blessing came a beautiful baby girl. So it's a little bit confusing for her because it's a graduation week. So her brother was graduating last night. So knowing my little girl, she would be all over, and she behaved well with me because I don't let her do the thing the little baby want to do, like climb the stair 20 times a day. So I finally put a stop to it, because that it was a lot of work. I mean, I get my cardio regularly, but that was a lot of extra work. I'm like, girl, no. So I got her, divert her attention by doing something else. She's not a TV girl with me. She's not interested in TV, but she's into reading books and practice her walk. And she's been with me since she's 6 months, and she's been with me over a year now. So she's 13 months now. Well, 15 months now. Yeah, a year and a half. Yeah. So she finally walking after, like, she's about 14 months. She started walking. So she still she hasn't really mastered the walk yet. She's still wobbling. She's still do her little, trying to control the bottom muscle, because she's a cute baby. um, when I first came to me, she had that 3-pack everywhere, so cute. And then, in order for her to walk, she have to gain some muscle, and um, but I was able to, like, witness her first step and videotape her mom. And I think I was online when that happened, and she started walking while I do a live show. I think that was on. I think it was on uh, Instagram. First time doing that, the baby was walking. Like, capture that first moment of her walking. And then since then, She's walking good now. She's all over now. She can get upstairs, downstairs. Okay, it's N. So the moral story is that she's been with me over a year now, so she got comfortable around me. I got comfortable around her. I got to learn her behavior. She behaved well with me. So I tell mother, if your daughter behaved the way she behaved with you, oh no, girl, I won't be doing this. I won't be doing this. I'll be gone. So no, when she's with me, she know how to behave when she's to sleep, when she's to walk, when she's to eat. I don't mix those all together. You know, I'm a grandmother. I raised my own children. They're all grown. I have grandkids. I got partaken some of that parenting also. So I'm not about to let the little baby, you know, run over me, take control. No, I take control. I'm gonna teach you how to do it the right way. So then she's okay with me until her mom come. You know, she didn't want to go with her mom. Once her mom she had to pick up, she knows. So she throw she she will play a little inadequacy by that little emotion that she didn't want to leave me, and she didn't want to go to her mom. She wanted to go to the drum set and start playing the the instrument and the piano, and wanted to hold the dogs, and she wanted to spend time in the studio. And I have to do a lot of distraction to get her out the door, you know. So it's been like that every day. So, but then I noticed also when she's with her mom, she behaved differently. You know, she with that little cuddling girl, she like like she can't wait to get to her mom. You know, uh, for I don't know, not abandoning her. I think she liked being here. She's happy. Soon she get out of the car, her dad bring her. She's like, oh, she's happy, and that's that here, the happy spot. And then he trying to distract her by bid her uh, uh, goodbye, and she won't pay attention. So um, and she didn't want to go home. She loved being dropped off, so meaning that she loved being here. So being with a little kid make me feel great because it's within that 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes she only here 4 hours, and sometimes she here 6 hours. It depends on mom's schedule. So yeah, so I got to enjoy all that. Okay, so it's N. This is very hot, so they don't recommend you to pop it open. So there's a button where you have to release all that pressure. That's why it's called pressure cook. That pressure, the intense pressure that cook quicker than the regular pots and pans. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead um, and turn it off. Okay, I'm gonna bring it over here. I think I released the pressure minutes ago. Okay. I'm gonna do it again. In order to do that, it takes a few minutes for the pressure to release its heat. If you do it now, not safe. It's gonna the hot air gonna gust out and it's gonna burn. Okay, so I'm not about to do all that. I mean I've been handling pressure cook a long time, many times. It's just that mine got damaged, and no, actually I left mine in California. It didn't get damaged. I left in California. So I let the vegetable cook right now. Yeah. So if the meat is ready, I can add everything in there and just let the meat and the vegetable cooking together. See that? So there's a little button here. I like to cover it because you know, you never know because this thing can get crazy. That pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this part so that way it doesn't splash on my face. So there's a little button here that I can slowly open it. See the button right here, okay? Just don't try to handle it with your hand. Just make sure that you wear glove and everything, right? So there's a little button here. So just just click it to open, and then just like that. Right? See it? It's very hot. Okay. I think I had it. Other towel will work better. The reason I do that because it's very intense. Okay, it can be dangerous also because it's all hot air. It takes about a minute or two for it to release all the hot air. Okay, so these are the pressure that was compilated during the cooking process. I had for 45 minutes, so it's very, very intense, very hot. When I had 30 minutes, the heat was intense also. Uh, now I increased the hours, so it's more pressure add onto it. And I think it's gonna cook real, real well. Don't you like it, Mickey Mouse? I think she got this from her trip to the theme park. So my vegetable is boiling. The vegetable that we're gonna put into our soup. I'm not gonna add any flavor to it until I sample this. Um, because if I add more flavor to it, it might be over salt. I don't need that because then it's harder to. Then we have to add extra liquid to even it out. I could have made flatbread to serve with this soup right here, and because it's Cambodian soup, you can eat it with rice. Or there's plenty of vegetable with the complex carb already, like the potatoes and the potatoes and the carrots is enough carb already. A bowl of these soup here with all these vegetables, that's all you need. If you want extra carb like rice and pasta and bread, go right ahead. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It's just that you just have extra carb. All right, brother. Are we cool? See that? Now you don't hear the pressure, right? When the pressure is all released, so it's safe to release the lid also. Okay. All right. You ready? I'm still taking precautions because I never know. Okay. So, ah. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Voila. A lot of fat though. Let me defat first, okay? Let me get a bowl so I can defat it. is a lot of fat because the fat came from the oxtail. See that? Like in China, in some Asian country, they don't discard the animal fat. Okay, they use it for cooking also. And in Cambodia, growing up, when we don't have regular cooking oil beside the coconut oil, when they slaughter pig, they would uh, they would defat the bacon, and they would save their their lard for cooking. And the vegetable is boiling really well. Okay, so I'm defatting right now because a lot of fat. So I'll probably get a bowl of fat from the oxtail. Well, the beef is not that fatty. It's very uh, it's not fat free, but it's low fat. But I know that the cowtail, this one right here, has a lot of fat. Oh, let me check the texture first before we go any further. Whether, oh, look at that, very tender. It's gonna fall off. Yes. Oh, great. Uh, oh yeah, wonderful. And the beef itself, oh, beautiful. Look at that. Mm, beautiful. Great flavor. Look at that. Almost a chopstick bowl of fat. It still have a lot more to go. I'm gonna try to defat as much as possible because this is animal fat. Okay, we trying to stay away from animal fat. Look at that. It's almost filled up the chopstick bowl already. Mm, the meat tastes so good, so tender. I want to be careful with it. Okay, I'm not gonna try to stir it and disrupt it. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is the biggest piece of the oxtails right here. And oh yeah, look at that. It's so loose and it's about to fall off the bone. So I'm not gonna stir it because I want it to have a nice, beautiful piece. And so look at that. Look at that. The fat that I collected. So I'm gonna set this aside and I'll discard it. Okay. Because my meat already cooked thoroughly, therefore I'm gonna cook my vegetable thoroughly also. Because if I add into um, my vegetable right now, I will my meat will break into pieces and that won't be nice. So let me sample the broth first if I need to add, because I add what 6 cups of water, so I will have to add extra flavor to it. I'm sure I do because this is when I sampled earlier, it wasn't that salty. In this part right here, it tastes perfect already. Okay, it does not need any more any more salt. Look at that. Look at the pot roast. It cooks so well. Okay, so I'm not going to disturb it. I want it to have a nice piece without falling all over the pot. But if I'm not careful, it will because it's so tender. Oh well, it's just amazing. The next thing I need to do also is to add Hold on. To add some flavor here. Okay, I need some chicken bouillon or beef bouillon. Okay, I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Beef bouillon into the vegetable here. Because I have to increase the flavor because I have a lot of juice. I have extra bottles of water to go in there. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 2 cups of beef bouillon. No, actually I have vegetable bouillon here. And what else do I need? I might need another bottle of water because looking at this, because I didn't, the juice it got receded during the cooking. But no, it's still at the minimum, I mean, on the maximum level, which is about here. But I have more vegetable on here. So I probably need one more bottle of water. So altogether, I have 4 bottles going here and 3 bottles going to the veggie. Oh yeah, it tastes good. I have to remember to save the vegetable portion for a friend of mine. She's a vegetarian. Before I add the beef in it. We're in the studio right now. Huh? Oh, the still is done, huh? Are you coming home? No, we're in the studio right now. That's why I sent you a text, but I forgot you live. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you coming home? I said, no, we're in the studio working. I know, but you can say whether you're coming home or not. I started with no first. No. All right, I hear you. I guess I'll eat all the cowtail then. No, you're gonna stay before me. You know that I'm not a fan of oxtail, so you safe with me. I am. I know, that's why I'm cooking this. Oh, look, Mom. The pressure cook works so well. It works good, huh? Huh? It works really good. It does. Look at that. It cooked better than the restaurant. Wow. Look at that. And then I add some. Oh, you are? Yeah. Oh, yummy. So I'm gonna get some vegetable out for Lucy before I add my meat in it. So the vegetable is almost done. Okay, it's getting soft. Yeah, too bad. You're gonna have to wait until tomorrow, huh? Well, you can run over and get some. In a few minutes when I add my beef into it. Right now I'm separating some of these vegetables. Huh? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to combine my meat into the veggie because I cook them separately because the the pot was too small, so I have to add bigger pot. Well, the vegetable is done right now, but I think you'll cook longer. You see, well done. Why? You want some? Hmm. The potato is done. It has some flavor already because I add the bouillon. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Um, the beef part is done, and I'm just waiting for the vegetable portion to be done so I can combine them together because my pot is too small. So I have to cook the vegetable and the beef separately. Now I'm gonna combine it. And the vegetables is done. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my veggie over. Okay. And then I'm gonna put my meat in it, and then that's gonna be the completion of the Cambodian oxtail soup. It tastes pretty good. The chicken bouillon and the natural flavor from all this veggie is really good. I would be happy just the vegetable itself. So now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer my oxtails into this veggie here, okay, and be ready to serve. Well, actually, I can serve as is. I can get the biggest bowl for him because he afraid that I'm not gonna save for him. So I'm gonna go ahead and we can do this separately. I'm gonna add the meat on the top of it. The veggie, and then I will combine the vegetables and meat in moment. Right. Okay. Everything is done, so that's his piece right here. Oh, let me remove the the herbs. So this is the second piece to it. Okay. Oh yeah, I think that's all you need right now. 2 big pieces. That's more than enough. That's enough to feed the whole village already. Okay, let's get some beef broth in here. Oh yeah, you know what else? I'm gonna add the fresh cilantro and green onions. I forgot about that. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. It's beautiful already. Oh yeah, and then there are pieces of meat here. So this bowl here can serve a family, okay? Cambodian family. I want some beautiful color. Gotta look pretty. Okay, so that's oxtail soup, okay? What I do the rest is that, let me find cilantro. I'm sorry about that, I forgot completely. think I had some chop the other day. Oh yeah, there you go. Some green onions. Look at that. Okay. Be done with that. Okay. So this is the giant bowl of oxtail soup. It got the 2 biggest piece. I didn't see CC. Well, she must be sleeping again. My other moderator. Give him some mushroom. All right, we are good. Hey folks, oxtail soup, Cambodian way or cooking style. Okay, so that is his. He got 2 biggest piece, so there's still the rest here. So only 2 people in this household that eat beef is my son and my sweetheart, so they can fight over who's gonna get the rest of the pieces. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with the soup. I'm gonna go ahead and combine the rest of my soup in the pot. Hold on. I'll put this away for him. He like his food prepared and stored individually. It's hot. Oh. Perfect cover. I'm gonna see if I can remove this out of this facility here. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna transfer the beef into this veggie here. Ooh. Let me remove some of the ingredients I have in here. These are the lemongrass, and it smells so awesome. The lemongrass and the galangos and the onions, they work together. It's just like perfect couple. I just want to say, hey, you guys have been so good keeping up with my channel and supporting me by being on here, helping yourself to the recipe that I'm gonna provide you guys if you want to try it. And the cooking is a little challenge. If you have pressure cook, it can just boil down in an hour and a half or 2 hours the most. It depends. If you're just cooking a regular meat, it's going to be only about 45 minutes. If you're cooking oxtails or any type of like hardcore beef part, like the tenderloins and the tail, stuff like that, it had extra fiber, extra muscle, so it can cook a little longer. If you do this in a regular cooking, it'll be hours. It'll be at least 4 to 6 hours. I'm not kidding you. I did that before. All right, we transfer this into this big pot here. There's still 2 more little oxtails here. It's more vegetable than the beef, so you don't have to worry about that. I will make sure that they're more vegetable than the beef. And that's a Cambodian cooking style, you know. We emphasize on eating more vegetable than the beef. And we growing up that fashion, so it's not that we are stingy. It's just that we just have that kind of respect for food, you know. Oh, this all delicious soup here. But my sweetheart, he work out, so he need extra protein. So I give him extra meat. And my son, he loved meat, so I give him extra meat also. And Lucy and I, we just happy with vegetables. So here we go. Okay, all blended, unspoiled. Now I'm combining the vegetables and the beef together. It looks so good. I wish I can share that with you, but and the flavor won't change because now that we have extra flavor from the vegetable and the flavor from the meat combined, it'll be heavenly. It's so delicious. And what Cambodian do is that we make special hot sauce, chili, lemon sauce, a bowl of rice, and a bowl of this soup. That's all we need. Oh, wow. It's so delicious, okay? It just, that combination now, it's just amazing. So cooking today, a little bit challenged, but you know, if you like oxtail soup, oxtails cooking, um, the, I would recommend the pressure cook would do. You know, if you say, yeah, I'm just gonna, the, well, last time I used the rice cooker. It take a longer time, but I don't have to really pay attention to it. I just let it boil until it's done. And but with rice cooker is that the water recede quick, so make sure that you replenish the water. And it worked too, but pressure cook, I'm amazed with it. And someone told me, I think my sweetheart auntie telling us too that she loved oxtail too, but she had pressure cook, so she cooked her in like a very short amount of time, which I witnessed that today too. It's not the first time I'm doing this pressure cook because I haven't been cooking with the pressure cook pot for so long that I've forgotten how effective it is. Okay, so this soup here will last at least hopefully 2 days for the two of them. And then in addition, I took this much for my girlfriend. She's at work, so when she come home, she loves it when the food are being prepared for her, and she come home be able to eat and enjoy her evening. So mm. the the vegetable itself, it tastes incredible. So that's for my sweet friend. So we're done for today. And I didn't cook the chicken wing because I did that already. So if you want to check out how the chicken wing look like, I have not released the short yet. I still have the short with me. I'm gonna get busy once I'm done cleaning up today. I will release the short videos of the wing being cooked, and the whole videos that I did was on YouTube channel, chicken wings or stuffed chicken wing. You can follow me there. Okay, so make sure that you also follow me on Vanna Inn TV. It's just me doing extra other things besides cooking. This channel just allow me to be more expressive on the topic and issues, and sharing short and stories in the community, something that that affect our life and be enrichment to our life. So when I in TV, so my separate channel, I don't do cooking there, but I'll do other things, that pertaining to our livelihood. Here, I love my channel here, be able for me to express my cooking challenge and my cooking talents and share the recipe that I had in my family, something that I aggregated through the course of my lifetime. So cooking is my passion, sewing also, crocheting and do a little bit of thing that to keep my mind young, to keep my mind focusing on the things that I was supposed to be focusing on, and be healthy physically, mentally, by staying active, physically active, mentally active, and love each other. Make sure that we love each other, fix the issue, make it work. If it doesn't, then just be cool. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. And I'm going to enjoy the oxtail soup in Cambodian style today. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. If you're on I know that people on TikTok are pretty cool. I usually get a whole bunch of heart, and I appreciate that. Love, appreciate all of you. And you two people so incredibly generous. You know, they always leave comments and share and subscribe to my channel. You've been great instrumental to my channel. I appreciate all of you, and I wish you a good evening if you're in the area of the meridian of time. If you're in the other meridian of time, it's good afternoon or good morning to all of you. Okay, until I see you again next time.